This is Algebra 1/2, Lesson 52, Fractions and Symbols of Inclusion. So we're going to start right away with just an example of what that is. Basically just fractions like 3/2, symbols of inclusion, which is parentheses, brackets, braces, things like that. So we have 3/2, and then in parentheses we have 1/4 plus 7/16. And then we're going to subtract 1/8. So let's do this first example together. We always want to start inside the parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite the 3/2, but I need to add these two numbers. And before I can do that, I need a common denominator, which would be 16 in this case, because that's the least common multiple of 4 and 16. So I don't need to change 7/16, but I do need to change the numerator for the second one. And since I had to multiply 4 times 4, I also have to multiply 1 times 4. So I would get 4/16. Now I can go ahead and add these two fractions. 4 plus 7 is 11. So I have 11/16 in parentheses, 3/2 outside, and then minus 1/8. The parentheses right next to each other, that means that we have to multiply. So we could cross cancel normally, but I don't see any common factors to cancel here. So I'm just going to multiply straight across. 33 over 2 times 16 is 32. And then I have to subtract 1/8 from that. Again, since I'm subtracting fractions, I need a common denominator. So in this case, the common denominator would be 32, since 8 is a factor of 32. I don't have to change the first fraction, but the second one has to be changed. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 4 is 32, so that means I multiply 1 times 4 as well. So I would have 4/32. Finally, I can subtract. 33 minus 4 is 29. So my answer would be 29/32. So the next few examples you'll try on your own, and then you can check your work. Let's go ahead and begin example 2. Example 2. So now for example 2, we're going to simplify this one. 1/3 times 3 1/4 minus 1/8 plus 1/48. So you can try this one on your own. Keep in mind, with a mixed fraction, you can either convert it to an improper fraction, or you can use the rules that you know to subtract, but I would convert this one to an improper fraction just to make everything a little simpler. So go ahead and pause the video, give it a try, and then check your answer in a moment. So let's go ahead and check the answer. The first thing I did was convert the first fraction in parentheses to an improper fraction, which is 13/4. Then I found the common denominator to subtract, which was 8. And then I multiplied the two parentheses. And then I finally got another common denominator and added, and then simplified, and got 17/16. Let's do a couple more examples. Let's go ahead and start with example 3. Alright, so for example 3, it's going to be a little bit longer. We're going to simplify 2/5. And now we have some brackets, and then parentheses inside the brackets, 2/3 minus 1/6, close parentheses, plus new set of parentheses, 1/3 plus 5/6. And then we close the brackets. So go ahead and try this one on your own. So let's go ahead and check the answer for this. So the first thing I did was to get common denominators within each parentheses, and it was pretty easy to get the common denominator, which was 6. After simplifying each parentheses, I had 2/5 times 3/6 plus 7/6. And then I added 3 plus 7 and got 10/6. I could simplify 10/6 to 5/3, and then I could cancel the 5s, and I got 2/3 as my answer. Now let's look at one final example. Call it example 4. Alright, so for example 4, we're going to simplify another sort of complicated one. We've got 1/4 in parentheses times 2 1/2 minus 1/7 plus 1/28. Again, I recommend that you go ahead and convert this to an improper fraction first, just to make everything a little bit easier. So pause the video and give this one a try. Let's go ahead and check the answer for this example. The first thing I did was convert to an improper fraction, and then I had to get the common denominator, which was 14. Subtracting, I got 33/14. I had to multiply that by 1/4. I got 33/56 plus 2/56, which was the common denominator for this. I got 35/56, which can be reduced because they're both divisible by 7, and I got 5/8. So that's it for today.